Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. By the name of Allah, most compassionate, most merciful. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Our lesson for today is about the future continuous. We can use the future continuous to talk about future actions that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. Example: come join us at home. We will be watching the match. Another example: next spring, I'm going to be walking through the mountain. So we have two forms of the future continuous. The first one is the subject plus will or want plus be plus ing form of the verb. Let's see the examples. Tomorrow, they will be rehearsing a play. This is an affirmative sentence. Will plus be plus the ing form of the verb. What about the interrogative form? We will have the will at the beginning, okay, and then the subject, then the be and the ing form of the verb. So, will they be rehearsing a play? Let's move to the negative form. It's the same as the affirmative form, but we only add the not. So the sentence becomes, they won't be rehearsing a play. The other form of the future continuous is the subject plus is or am or are plus going to be plus ing form of the verb. Let's see the examples. You are going to be waiting for her when the plane arrives tonight. So we have the subject and the are, going to be waiting. This is the ing form of the verb wait. What about the interrogative form or the question? We will start with are. Are you going to be waiting for her tonight? And this is the negative form. You aren't going to be waiting for her tonight. Let's have a look at the exercises in your student book, page 13, part E. Circle the future continuous to make each sentence correct. So we have two choices. We will choose one of them. This time next Saturday, I visit or I will be visiting my grandmother. Of course, I will be visiting. Excellent. Number 2. Are you going to be waiting or are you waiting for me when the plane arrives? Excellent. Are you going to be waiting? Number 3. We took or we will be taking our test at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Of course, we will be taking. Future continuous. Excellent. Let's go to number 4. Jessica was coming or will be coming to dinner next week. Yes, will be coming because it's next week, it's in the future. Number 5. Next month, the students are going to be celebrating or celebrated their graduation. Of course, it's next month, so are going to be celebrating. Let's move to the workbook, page 6, exercise C. Unscramble the sentences. We have words, separate words. We will put them in order to make a sentence. So we have here, we will start with number 2, be drawing, they, next week, a map, will, of the site. We will start with next week. They will be drawing a map for the site. Number 3, the engineers be digging will for 3 months. We will start with the subject. The engineers will be digging for 3 months. Number 4, the bridge trains won't be crossing. Trains won't be crossing the bridge. We started with the subject. Let's go to number 5. Cars and buses, the bridge will be using. Cars and buses will be using the bridge. Number 6. Aren't going to people across be walking and the bridge. We'll start with the subject, the people. People aren't going to be walking across the bridge. Let's go to page 7, exercise D in your workbook. Rewrite each sentence to make it negative. So we will add not, of course. We'll start with number 2. You're going to be traveling in June. You're not going to be traveling in June. Number 3. Sam is going to be researching aqueducts. Sam isn't going to be researching aqueducts. Number 4. I'll be learning about bridges. I won't be learning about bridges. Number 5. She'll be visiting the park next week. She won't be visiting the park next week. Let's go to exercise E. Complete the questions. The questions are the interrogative form of the sentences. What type of bridge will they be designing for the city? The answer is they'll be designing an arch bridge for the city. Number 2, who is going to be managing the project? The answer is an architect is going to be managing the project. Number 3, where will they be putting the bridge supports? They'll be putting the bridge supports either side of the river. Number 4, when are they going to be starting work? They're going to be starting work on May 2nd. So we choose will they be designing, of course, because of the answer. Here we have the answer, they will be designing. So we will ask with, will they be designing? And here in number 2, an architect is going to be managing. So the question is going to be managing. The same form. Number 3, the answer is they will be putting. So we ask with, will they be putting? Number 4, when are they going to be starting work? So are they going to be starting? So the answer is they're going to be starting work on May 2nd. Thank you for listening. See you soon.